The main reason I'm going to court is that financially I've been really broke. And from what I have been explained by the courts and my experience with the courts, first off, the courts fail me all the time. You know, they pit me up against these pit bulls, and it's like, you know what? I don't need to be bit. I don't. I can walk away. And if the court won't stand up for me, then, you know, the court has failed. And they can all say, oh, well, that misses the point entirely. And no, you guys miss the point. I don't need to defend myself. I'm not guilty of anything. I'm the injured worker. I have limitations you've got to conform to. I don't got to conform to your crap. Your crap has to be informed by my needs. And that's what brings honor, nobility, and dignity to the majesty of your humanity, which you choose to express through this venue. But do you think I would have that kind of strength to go and say that to their face when they are the altar? No, 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 no. This test is on them, not on me. I've been tested. I have succeeded. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't need to defend myself. I want to build myself up to the strongest I can be, to lend a hand, not to beat somebody down. But the whole point is, as it has been explained to me, is that I can't go back to work or I will be committing fraud. I've gone to Social Security, and Social Security said, if you can only make $65 a month. Any more than that, then you have to sign a contract that says you will go back to work full time within 18 months. So what they're telling me is, if you want to make some money, you have to be fully and completely healed, which is stupid. That's what I've been told repeatedly, and I'm not going to start a fit with them. I'm not going to say, hey, wait a second, I got a problem with it, because I've been told that I could leave their offices if I got a problem with it, if I raised my voice. You know, they're very oversensitive. They're highly oversensitive. That anybody that's got an intelligible argument, they just say, you need to leave or we're going to force you to leave and you'll never be allowed back in this office again. Had that happen before, and it's just, you know, I'm sick and tired of dealing with retards. Okay, you got it. I'll do exactly as you say. I mean, carrot and stick. Carrot and stick. And as far as the workers' compensation goes, this is quite interesting. If I decided to go to have a job, I would have to inform my employer that I have a pre-existing injury that could be re-injured at any time, and I could injure myself. So to work for them, I have to inform them of this, because by law, they need to be informed of this, that I have a pre-existing injury, because here in California, an employer must have workers' compensation insurance. That workers' compensation insurance must be informed of the employees, any of the employees' pre-existing injuries. And then the insurance company, the workers' comp insurance company, tells the employer whether they will cover me or not cover me. And they usually will cover me, but they'll give a dollar amount. Well, he's worth, the risk is so high, we're going to charge you this amount of money each month to employ him. So whatever money I make for the employer has to be much greater, usually 10 times the amount that it costs to employ me. You know, I need to be able to make 10 times as much money for the employer for it to be cost effective for them to employ me with all that is required with the workers' comp and all the paperwork and everything that's involved. And if I don't inform the employer of that, then I'm committing fraud. Now, if I commit fraud, not only can my workers' compensation insurance that is responsible for my injury now, they could say, hey, you went back to work, so you've been committing fraud this whole time. You're really not injured. You really weren't ever injured. So we can now, you know, send you to prison for all that all that we've done for you this whole time. And not only that, if I commit fraud in any way, Social Security has also told me that if I break the law, and especially fraud, in any way, they could cut my Social Security off for the rest of my life. So I don't want to do anything that isn't completely above the board and honest, but the courts have to take responsibility and make sure everything is clear. Now, the only reason I go to court is so that if I get injured, I know I have medical coverage, doctors, and the treatments will be covered. And this is, I'm not even back at work. They're not even doing that now, which is they're supposed to be doing it, you know. I'm doing a lot better at being able to swallow this bitter pill. To love unwillingly is a bitter pill. To love unlovingly, bitterer still. I love my life. I'm grateful for my life. But that doesn't mean I have to be anybody's little bitch so that they can profit at my expense. I've had that happen so many goddamn times. I want to be a good person in my society. I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to follow all the rules. I want to show respect to everybody who's anybody, because they're a fellow human being. And this kind of crap is just par for the course. I get it. This is par for the course. Everybody puts up with it, you know. Everybody's got to live something. And we all take our blows. But I've found that so many systems are out there just to keep themselves with blinders on so that they can feel rationalized and justified for their own little ego-centered self-aggrandizement. And with as hard as I've had to deal with things, with as difficult as things have been for me, I mean, that's not a surprising response. Of course people want to, you know, live in their own little metaphysical, delusional fantasy to make themselves, you know, feel like they're whatever, you know, happy, joyous, and free. You know, I get it. And I want that for people. Not the delusional part. I want them to be happy, you know. And on another level, I feel this is just a rite of passage into maturity, and ultimately it comes down to me and, you know, what am I going to do with it? You know, what am I going to do with it? Well, this is what I'm doing with it. I'm doing the journal. This helps give me expression to the highest and most greatest thoughts that I can have. And I feel blessed to have this opportunity. And it brings me back down to, you know, Toynbee and those few characters that arise in a truly civilized situation that are not involved in the economic systems. And they're not, every economic system, economic, political, social system, that's all secondary. All those things are to be informed by the spirit and the vitality and the vigorous yes to life within those few individuals that are detached from the politico-economico religio stuff. So I'm trying to bring it. I'm going to ask Bob. We'll see how it goes. Have a great day.